9 ways you can finally get neuropathy relief coming right up. Hey, I'm Dr. Livingood, and we're talking neuropathy today. Pins, needles, numbness, tingling, miserable condition. A lot of people suffering it. Diabetics, people that have damage in their extremities, carpal tunnel, but mostly and primarily in the feet. So I get this question a lot, and I wanted to break down what are some natural ways, very powerful ways, ways better than drugs, ways better than surgeries that you can finally get relief from this condition. Let's break down the top 9. Number 1, B12. And the reason B12 is number 1 is because it repairs the lining, the tube, the covering, the sheath. It's like a sock over the nerve that you have. So if the nerves going into your legs get damaged, this sheath typically is breaking down, and it's simply because of lack of vitamin B12. So it helps rejuvenate those nerves, it helps build that, and then it helps the conductivity so the nerves can fire faster. That's going to help reduce the pain levels, numbness, and tingling, shows the research. So B12, that's the number 1 thing to put in. Number 2 is B6. Now, I want the active form of B6, but what vitamin B6 has been shown to do is it actually creates a lot of neurotransmitters in our body. GABA, serotonin, dopamine. These are kind of the happy hormones a lot of times, but these neurotransmitters are very powerful at controlling and producing the nerves and controlling the nerves, obviously neurotransmitters. So when it comes to peripheral neuropathy, but especially carpal tunnel, when you get proper amounts of B6 into the diet, studies have shown that you actually can increase the results, not only from a pain standpoint, but from the numbness and tingling standpoint. So B6 is an absolute must. Number 3 is folate. So folate, let's break this down and talk about it for a moment, because a lot of people have misnomers, misconceptions, and they're making mistakes when it comes to getting folate or folic acid into the body. So what exploded several years ago, especially with grains and cereals and breads and crackers, was to putting a synthetic form, fortified form of folic acid in all of our cereals. Do you remember this? And it would say it on the box, and they pushed this as they were giving us nutrients by loading us up on different sugars. Like the Fruit Loops were healthy for us because we had folic acid in it. So what happened is this synthetic form of folic acid was dumped into our bodies. And I truly believe that because of the amount of damage with that and a lot of other toxins we're taking in, we're really damaging the gut, and we're not able to truly absorb what we need to, and we're not producing the enzymes that we need to take that folic acid and convert it into the folate form. And what it's causing, and what we're now understanding because of the damage with the gut, is it's creating a gene mutation. Now, before you get bogged down in this is affecting up to 15% of the population at the moment. I don't think it's because you were pre-programmed, that God didn't pre-program you to shut down and have a problem with folic acid, but it's actually that you are damaging the gut so much that it's driving this kind of genetic mutation. We're actually creating this problem, is what I believe. So this gene mutation, FTHFR, is a gene mutation problem that is you're not able to convert folic acid into folate. So when it comes to taking folate to help your neuropathy, the main thing to focus on, or in general, is to get the active form of folate in. So MTHF is the form of folate that you want to have. That is the active form. So don't get bogged down in the big long-term analogy or the biochemistry of it. Let me handle that. But for you, you want the active form of folate. That's going to help with neuropathy. But in general, you should be looking to put that into your body, because then your body doesn't have to convert it, doesn't have to spend the time if you don't have the enzymes to do it, active form of it. Speaking of that, when it comes to the sum up them of 0.1, 2, and 3, these B vitamins are extremely powerful. In fact, long-term studies have been done on over 500 people showing that the combination of these 3, especially in their active forms, actually helps reduce the symptoms of neuropathy up to 35%. So that is a huge gain just by taking your proper B vitamins. Make sure they're in the active form. Number 4 is acetyl L-carnitine. Acetyl L-carnitine is an amino acid in your body that's a very powerful antioxidant. You can find it in forms of meats, chicken, beef, cheeses, but it's really good for neuropathy. In fact, studies have shown that it actually helps to rejuvenate and regenerate the nerves that have been damaged, as well as speed up the conductivity of the nerves, which is going to help with the sensitivity and the tingling. Now, chances are if you're a diabetic, or if you just have a toxic lifestyle like a lot of us, you're bogging down the liver and you're probably not processing or getting enough of this essential amino acid. So acetyl L-carnitine has got to go into the body to help increase that amount of that amino acid to help your body fight from an antioxidant standpoint and to help those nerve endings. Number 5 is lipoic acid. Lipoic acid is the antioxidant of antioxidants. And here's what I mean by that. Oxidative stress has been directly related to neuropathy because it damages the blood vessels around the nerves, also the nerves themselves. So we got to get this under control and get the free radicals and the toxins from damaging those areas. Lipoic acid is the antioxidant that protects the antioxidants that control those free radicals, meaning substances like glutathione, the molecule in your body that's your street sweeper that helps clean up those free radicals, vitamin C, vitamin E, CoQ10. These are very powerful antioxidants in your system that are protecting you from those toxins and free radicals that are floating around in you from damaging tissue like your nerve fibers. So lipoic acid protects those, which also helps to stop the progression of neuropathy going any further. Number 6 is addressing your gut. If your filters are not working properly, then you're going to create a lot of oxidative stress, a lot of toxins that are going to damage those blood vessels and those nerves in the first place. So when I talk filters, I'm talking about your gut, colon, digestive system, small intestine, liver, kidneys. These need to be flushed. I recommend a proper gut reset, which is a 6-step process for really cleaning it out, repairing everything, rebuilding it back up, putting in the proper enzymes and good bacteria that your digestive system needs, and able to ward off toxins and invaders that get in there that can potentially cause harm to the extremities, to the blood flow, the circulatory system, and the nervous system. So a proper detoxification through a gut reset is absolutely essential to getting to the cause of why neuropathy ended up in the first place. Number 7 is chiropractic care. Think about this. What controls everything in your system? What controls your heart to beat, your lungs to breathe, a cut to heal on your arm? What is telling all of those things to use? What is the most important system you have? It's your nervous system. Well, what is neuropathy? Well, those nerves are deteriorating and breaking down, whether losing blood flow or the nerves are degenerating themselves. So if there was a way to analyze the nerves at the source of the central nervous system to see the health of those, wouldn't that be important? That's exactly what chiropractic does. Going to a proper structural corrective chiropractor will actually analyze through x-rays. I would always recommend getting x-rays to identify the structure of the spine itself. And so if it's in the proper position, a very straight from the front and 3 curves, when you look at it from the side, then there isn't damage and pressure on the nerves. Now, the nerves that go to the feet, for example, start in the low back. So is it possible that if you have damage in the low back, that that's actually what's creating the neuropathy in the first place? Absolutely. Is it the only factor? No, but I think it's a very big piece that if you want to get to the source and get to the cause, I would check out to see how your nervous system's doing. A proper corrective care chiropractor can help you with that. If you need help finding it, let me know. I'll try to find one in your area for you. Number 8 is rebounding. Rebounding is a trampoline. So a little trampoline, have some fun with this one, but very powerful. A small trampoline, called rebounding, of going up and down, actually pumps the blood and the lymph from the lower extremities, gets it back up to the heart. So it's really good for detoxification in the lower legs. If you want to increase blood flow, circulatory flow, and nerve flow to the areas of neuropathy, especially in the feet, rebounding has been shown to increase flexibility in that area. It's been shown to improve your plantar fascia on the bottom part of your foot. That's probably very tender for a lot of people, as well as increased circulation and the pain associated with neuropathy. So rebounding is a very good exercise. You could buy one of these very cheap, put it in your garage or your house, and do just a few minutes of rebounding exercises on a trampoline up and down. That's an exercise that'll greatly help, and specifically for the peripheral neuropathy. Finally, number 9 is infrared light. Infrared light has actually been going deeper and deeper and deeper as far as the studies of understanding it. But what it does is that level of light deeply penetrates the skin, and what it does is it helps increase circulation. So with some neuropathy cases, what's happening is you have the nerve fiber that's deteriorating because the blood vessels that are feeding the nerve fiber are breaking down. So there's no nourishment getting to the nerve because the arteries are decaying. What infrared light does is restore the blood flow and the circulation of those arteries, which is going to feed the nerve, which gets to the root cause of the problem. So infrared light was actually specific units that do this, actually approved and certified by the FDA many years ago. Not that that really matters. The FDA does a lot of craziness, but nonetheless, it was proven that they had to have the studies to show that infrared light actually is beneficial to helping out in a neuropathy case and increasing circulation. In fact, 64% reduction in pain, 67% reduction in the numbness and tingling and the sensitivity issues that are involved with neuropathy. Very powerful tool. So 9 ways that you can make some massive improvements on a case of neuropathy without doing the drugs, without going through the surgeries, or boring out your arteries or your veins, or just suffering with it. Now, you got to get the root causes under control, like diabetes, like sugar problems, like toxic problems. That's why some of these involve changing your lifestyle as well as natural treatments to finally get some relief for neuropathy. That and so much more on the channel here and on our page and on our website at drlivingood.com to just be helping you through real health solutions so you can experience real health. We'll be back again soon. Check out the videos next to me. They're exactly what you need as next steps to experience real health. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button. Be a part of the Dr. Livingood community as we all get healthy together. I also give free guides, free links and resources, links to our web classes, a lot of resources to help guide you along this journey to help you experience real health. See you again soon.